Hi guys. So this is a reply to OtterPop, and I was going to talk about my own INFJ childhood and reply to hers because I kind of resonated with that. And so as an INFJ child, I was more extroverted and open, and like OtterPop, I didn't know that everyone didn't have the same values and understanding of the world that I did, and I actually asked my parents if they have ever thought that way as a child, and they said no, and thought it was odd for me to say that I used to do so. And I used to bike around the neighborhood, climb trees, played pretend with my ESFP little sister, and enjoyed spending time with my pets. When I was in elementary school, I drew pictures of my own world and other animals. One little story that's really funny is when I was younger, I used to love the stars, and I still do. I think that's just one thing I always did. And I used to think that the sky was a big black blanket covering the heavens, and the stars were little peepholes where the angels were looking down. And that's always what I thought that was. And but once I was in 4th and 5th grade, I started to write poetry. And in elementary school, we had these little blank books, and we had to create stories. And when I was little, I wanted to be a fireman. So I did a story about 3 fire dogs who were friends and saved people and other animals together. I always loved animals, and I became obsessed with learning about animals to the point of watching Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and all those. I also enjoyed reading fiction novels from middle school on. I actually went to the library all the time. And also in middle school, I was in AP Science and English. I always would tell my parents these facts about animals that I memorized from watching TV or reading about it. And I watched dog shows and memorized most of the dog breeds and some of the cat breeds. Most of my life, I wanted to be a vet and a writer/artist. As I grew older, I started to realize that I had these two opposing passions in which I had to choose between. And I refused to choose between them and tried to find an occupation in which I could both be in science and write fiction novels. This led me wanting to go to school to become an environmental writer today. I never was originally an environmentalist. I wanted to be a vet for the longest time, so I was more into the medical field area of animals than I was the protective thing. But once I started getting into environmental science, I became an environmentalist, and I just kind of shifted my views drastically, and I became passionate about it. And to this day, I want to try to explain to people huge concepts about science and climate change and the change of all these things that are happening, and also trying to save the animals and trying to connect it to other things. And I always had this passion of trying to help not only animals, but also people. And because when I was younger, I loved animals more than most people, but now I actually love them all, and I still feel passionate about trying to save the world in my own little way. And that's totally an idealistic view, but I think that it could maybe be possible if we put our head and hearts into it. But that's really all I had to say about my INFJ childhood. And if you have any more comments, and you can tell me what you think about it and want to know. And also subscribe and like this video. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.